This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Bet Rivers. Claim your risk-free bet up to $500 over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/betrivers. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/betrivers. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. We're also brought to you by Factor Meals. Head to factormeals.com/SGPN50 and use code SGPN50 to get 50% off.
Hey, this is Pac-Man Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
A lot of double headers this week, Sean.
Oh yeah, a lot of double headers. Colby is here. Colby Dant, aka Pick Dundee, aka the Dantabase. What's happening, Colby?
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate. Indeed, and make sure you check out the bonus episode we filmed, dropped on the Patreon, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon with Colby Dant Origin Stories Part 2.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. Didn't make fun of my gap tooth. Appreciate that.
We haven't gotten to that yet.
Yeah, that's part three. We're saving the gap tooth for part 3.
In fact, if we could write down gap tooth on the rundown for part 3.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of good talk. No gap tooth, but we got into some other stuff.
Yeah, it's all fake though. My mouth is fake. I put in the gap on purpose.
Your mouth
Really?
is AI.
Is that like it's a Michael Strahan type
Yeah, we're
thing?
doing
Exactly.
we're doing part
Let's go.
3.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
So make sure you check that out. College basketball, I mean, we were on an insane streak, slightly cooled off, but still on a incredible heater. Discord finally had their first winning week at 4-3, but still 12-33-1 ATS. Colby 67% lock, me 83%, Ryan 67%.
Who's doing that math over there?
Overall, we're all 68% and above.
And one thing to call out, there's some weird things. I don't know, some copy paste color issues in the sheet. Get that resolved. And shout out to the anonymous. I've got to imagine this is it's a Loris. I was going to say raccoon. Shout out to the anonymous Loris checking us out live. But my dog record has now stretched out to 67%.
Kramer's killing it on the dogs. I haven't had much luck with them.
How about that
just the
McNeese
locks.
State? Huh?
Oh my god! And Akron Zips lost by 1
McNeese.
point. Like they
Strong
had
ass offer.
Strong ass offer. It's got to know.
Look,
I gotta
crime
know.
pays when it comes to sports. We know this, right?
Well, nowadays it's not a crime.
Yeah, look at the
It's
University
just
of
doing
Miami.
business.
I was just reading someone that was, who was it? Like a Bears announcer got suspended. This is like in the past 10 years for saying that he was doing like local Chicago, and he was like, "You need a couple criminals on your team," and they suspended. I'm like, what? What lie did he tell? He did not tell a lie.
We used to call it
OJ Simpson, great running back, not a great person.
Yeah, arguably the best. His son killing it at Colorado.
Will Wade has a lot of CODB expenses, if you know what I mean. Cost of doing business. All right. College basketball's here.
Ryan, what's that? Are we gonna play the song you had? Or are we saving?
Oh,
it?
I don't. I mean, I guess we have some stuff to talk about.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you didn't catch the Louisville game last night, so they were losing to a school that I like to call Bellarmine, right? It's really Bellarmine, I believe, but
Bellarmine.
that they both reside in the city of
Not
Louisville.
to be confused with the School of Mines.
Yes,
That's in
the
Colorado.
The Ore Diggers. Shout
Yeah.
out to the Ore Diggers. But the Ore Diggers could not take down these Pythons right here over at SGPN. Let's go.
Yep.
But you had a situation where Kenny Payne, the head coach of Louisville, I don't know if you know this, but he's not. I would say he's on very thin ice for his future of coaching at Louisville, and so they had a situation where they were losing at halftime. One of their better players, Tyler Johnson, who's a freshman out of New York City, didn't play in the first half, and
it's TY-LAUR.
It's like Tyler,
Sean.
but Tyler.
Just so you know,
Yeah.
it's one of these progressive names.
Well,
You ready for this?
Kenny Payne. Hold on. You're playing this. Hold on.
We didn't.
Kenny Payne is asked about why he was not playing in the first half, and this is his answer. Former 76er Kenny Payne.
He does look like Darryl Strawberry.
Have the tights that he wanted, so he didn't know if he wanted to play. Oh yeah. You heard it. We didn't have the tights that he wanted, that we've never had for him, and he decided, I don't feel like I can go. That's what young people do. Oh yeah. I don't even know. But he figured it out in the second half. He accepted the fact that we didn't have the tights that we've never had for him. And he played well. Next.
That's an all-time. Next.
So hold on. I mean, there's two things that
throwing under the bus by the coach.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to shit on the player that doesn't play because you don't have his tights, and you've never had his tights apparently. So it's not like you ran out. It's not like you ran out
in tights, rolling around the woods looking for fights.
We gotta pull that
tights.
song. That should be the song for Louisville basketball moving forward.
Oh man, that's an all-time. Dave Chappelle was actually. I think it was like one of his first movies.
Yeah, Mel Brooks, I guess, had seen him do stand up in DC or something, and said like, "This guy's fantastic." He was like 16 years old or something. But
Robin Hood Men in Tights, 1993, definitely worth checking out.
But then even worse is like, you know, it's like me and Mac talking about this. Like, dude, if you have a player not dressing because of tights, he'd be out for the entire game. If I was the head coach, he might be out for his entire career at that institution. If I was,
I know, because that's a tough call as a coach. Like, one, I would never want this kid playing for me again. But two, like, the kid he's good, right? So like, you're kind of hurting everyone else, and you might get fired because you don't play this kid
because of tights. I'd be like, I'm sorry, dude.
I know
you're probably getting some NIL money that's turned off tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's the gimmick now.
Yeah,
that you have to be accommodating, or they'll go to another team.
Yeah,
that's the reality of the situation.
That's the problem.
And so, I mean, I would say that you can blame the coach, but the coach just operating in the world that is today, and you can be mad at that kids are just completely different than we were. But it's not going to change anything. That's the problem. Dude, this is just how dudes are.
I've borrowed someone else's shoes to play a game.
All right, I'm going to tell a quick story.
My dad.
This is really going to blow everyone's mind.
Sure.
I'm at middle school. I'm at my daughter's middle school soccer game, and pretty impressive. A lot of the kids from the school, they come, they support the team. So a lot of the boys are there watching the girls play soccer, and out of nowhere, a number of boys, and this was mostly reported from my wife, so I didn't even witness this. There was a group of boys where she was watching the game in the shade who were all of a sudden they were wrestling. They're being boys. They're roughhousing, but it turned out they were wrestling over who got to get the eyelash straightener, and they wanted to straighten each other's eyelashes.
Oh, you know.
She looked at me. She looked at me with a dead face and said, "I would assume this isn't something that you guys did when you were younger." I said, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like that. That was probably seen as a weapon when we were in school, some sort of metal thing like that. Secondly, I looked at my daughter and was just, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
I didn't say fuck, obviously, because I'm a good parent, but I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "You know, some people are like that.
Boys will be boys."
So some boys need the right tights."
You said your dad had the same experience, Sean?
No. I was just gonna go. You said you played.
Sean really liked to straighten his eyelashes when he was
growing up in Bethlehem.
That's what
I
got
had
him
the straightest eyelashes, the curliest. Whatever.
Why do you think Sean was third string and not backup on the football team?
Get your eyelashes right, Green. That's the only way you'll see the field. No, you said you played with someone else's shoes, and it reminded me of when my dad was visiting us once, and it was like a weekend. He was out here on the West Coast for work, and we only had 4 guys for our rec league basketball. And it was like a Saturday afternoon. My dad hadn't played basketball in like 15 years, but I mean, it was basically either cancel the game or my dad plays.
Love it.
And my dad literally, he wore what I think we were going to go golfing afterwards or something. He had like a polo shirt, khaki shorts, and I think he had like dress shoes.
He was dressed for golf.
And he dropped 20. Right?
No, he did not drop 20. He did leave a couple scuffs that we had to clean up later, but yeah, I think he hit a shot. I'm trying to remember. There was something with the shoes. I think it was like they weren't going to let him play because he had dress shoes, but they said like if he was careful, they would let him play.
Yeah, I wore sandals once to the pool, and then when I realized, like, I went somewhere else, and then I didn't have shoes to play in this game, so I wore a size too small, one size too small.
Oh
Wow.
God!
And yeah,
It's not good for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're a kid. Go play basketball.
Yeah, go figure it out.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Let's before we get to the picks, and we got a ton of picks. Of course, our pick when it comes to online sports books is Bet Rivers. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetRivers. Get up to a $500 risk-free bet. Active in plenty of states. 14 and more on the way, including also up north. So our great friends in Canada can support the Sports Gambling Podcast by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetRivers. If you're watching online, we got the QR code. You can scan that or just go to the link. Bet Rivers, great live in-game betting opportunity. If you're watching the Monday night game, plenty of opportunities to stack up some live Seattle bets with the points. If they offered over on flags, you could have made a killing as the ref show was in full effect. Refs are terrorists. And who are these honks that are like supporting the refs? So like, oh, actually, great call on that incomplete pass. Like, we don't need that. What are we talking about here? sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetRivers. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I think I've reached the point where I think replay is actually a bad thing for football.
Oh no!
If it's
Move along.
If it's clear and obvious, I'm
No,
fine.
it just takes time now. You know what I mean? Like,
this
it's
is
too
why
much.
this is why our parents were pissed off about replay in the beginning.
Yeah, I think I'm back. I used to argue on the side of, no, you gotta have replay. This is so much better. Now we've gone so crazy with replay that I think we should just ditch it.
You know what we shouldn't ditch, Colby? Little C's, as it is the official pizza sponsor of the National Football League. Make Little C's part of your game day. I mean, just imagine that python of pretzel crust surrounding a pepperoni pizza with the pepperoni chunks piled high and that goldeny brown buttery crust with a nice little sprinkle of salt. It is delicious. It is. I'm going to say it's nutritious because it helps me enjoy football better. It pairs perfectly with the National Football League. You got the stuffed crazy bread. You got the stuffed pretzel crust bread, or the stuffed pretzel crust, which I've, Icarus flew too close to the sun. I'm almost scared to try it because my head might explode due to flavor overload. You can get it delivered in store. Or you can get delivery, or you can get it in store with the Pizza Portal pickup. Grab some friends, enjoy a few slices during the game. Little Caesars pizza.
I assume Icarus got like destroyed in a fiery ball of gas by flying too close to the sun. Okay.
And shout out to Terrell, almost coming down with the DGen parlay. He had DK Metcalf 2 touchdown and Seattle money line.
Ooh.
So, oh God, what an annoying beat. And I had Noah Fant 2 touchdowns. Also bet 1 touchdown, obviously. And ref show robbed me of that touchdown right before half.
Couple things. We have the refs are terrorist shirts.
Oh, I wish I could
I'm
order
gonna
a million.
suggest that we, just to be fully impartial, we get a refs are not terrorist shirt in the store.
So
just so when people get mad at us for having them.
And shout out to all the Cowboys fans that are listeners who have this conspiracy theory.
So many
that the Eagles are getting a bunch of calls and winning games.
Oh, yeah.
They said, I shit you not.
What's the conspiracy?
I got a tweet that said, "Shut up. The Eagles would be 7-4 if it wasn't for the fact of Troy Vincent." So they have a conspiracy
Does he
theory.
play for the Eagles?
Because he played.
He
for
also
the Eagles,
played for the Dolphins.
the Bills.
Yeah.
But they have a conspiracy theory that since Troy Vincent works for the league office, he's no longer head of the NFL Players Union, as many Cowboys fans have yelled at me. That they think they're trying to butter up the players by telling the refs to call favorable calls for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, I mean, Troy Vincent is like he's like Roger Goodell's wingman. He is on a complete other side of Eagles fans. Trust me, they're not going out of their way to support the Eagles.
How about this though? No more like Dean Blandinos though. You know what I mean? Like when they cut to the
TV refs.
When they cut to
don't
the
let
TV
Sean
refs,
just brush through this one, because he brought this up. Sean already he's laid out the case for why the Eagles are getting the calls.
Because Troy Vincent.
No, what I mean, what do we do? We're all watching the same game. We're all watching the same sport. Roger Goodell partnered with Taylor Swift this year. Eagles, Chiefs rematch.
There you go. I think you could talk me into that.
When did Jason Kelsey become a sex symbol? They've been pushing that this year.
You could talk me into that more than they're doing it because Troy Vincent is they're bringing back the NFL office.
They're bringing back Yak God Zach Ertz. I mean, what next? All right.
You're right. The NFL would hate for the Cowboys to get a bunch of calls and be successful. Come on, shut the fuck up.
Well, I do think there is something to the fact that Jerry Jones, Goodell actually doesn't like Jerry Jones.
Well, Goodell grew up in Washington D.C., so before he was spineless, he was a Redskin fan. So maybe he does hate the Cowboys, and he's coming for them.
He was born that way. All right. Well, we're talking football. Before we start the games, there is some update. There is some news we thought we should break in, even though this is a basketball episode. Bobby Petrino.
He got a chant at the Arkansas Duke game last night. He was there with pulled pork Pittman,
our Lord and Savior,
and they started chanting Petrino. The fans love him.
If you're not familiar,
it was started by the women's volleyball team, ironically.
If you're not familiar with the origin of Colby's profile picture, it is Bobby Petrino. Once upon a time, when he got in a little bit of trouble, and pause this for a second, Josh. And the reality of the situation. I College Football Inquirer. I'm listening. They play this song, and I'm like, this is the funniest shit I've ever heard. But Bobby Petrino's back at Arkansas, which is a truly amazing thing that we've been gifted with.
Well, this
because
is
not only do we get to see him with the same backdrop that is in Colby's profile picture, road rash face, as we like to call him.
Yes.
But they literally made pulled pork Pittman, as you call him, hire his replacement. That is an all-time mafioso move.
Well, I mean, occasionally this planet gets it right. And this is one of these moments where you wake up, and this is why you want to live another day.
You just got to listen to this. If you have not heard this parody song about Bobby Petrino, it's fucking hilarious.
No.
Alive, screaming pig suey at the top of our lungs. Man, I never had this much fun. But then she reached around and put her hand on my thigh. I was in heaven and I closed my eyes. Next thing I knew, I wound up in.
I love the slideshow.
Oh, man, I should have never messed with this girl in the athletic department in the volleyball shorts.
I love the volleyball shorts.
Girl in the athletic department in the volleyball shorts.
You got to let it finish through, though.
Yeah.
My face is messed up. My heart is in the shop.
I just think of Colby when I see this.
I'll keep my job. All because she reached around to my thigh. I was in heaven and I closed my eyes. Next thing I knew, I wound up in the ditch. Oh man, I should have never messed with this girl in the athletic department in the volleyball shorts. Beware of the girl in the volleyball shorts. She'll touch your wiener. Girl in the athletic department in the volleyball shorts.
I love how much like a good sound drop. When I see that picture of Bobby Petrino, I first think of Colby. We've fully taken that picture.
You're not the only.
It's hard to see the photo of Bobby Petrino and not see Colby.
Right.
I wish I could let the world see my phone, because I have about 10 friends where that's pretty much all we talk about now is we just send that photo. And then we respond with an LOL, and then like 6 months will pass, and then he sends me that photo back, and then I respond with an LOL, and that's pretty much what we've talked about for the last 7 years.
He's back. So I would imagine something in the contract about staying away from the volleyball team, maybe.
No, it's Arkansas. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh man.
Yeah. There we go.
There it is. There's the.
I mean, it looks.
Can we get shirts going like that?
Same.
Can we get shirts going like that? I don't think we're violating anything.
This
right?
is how you can tell this.
No, I doubt he's gonna sue to rotate.
Yeah.
He's not suing so that doesn't.
This is you can tell this is a Jake Paquin piece with all the little Easter eggs. in there.
We should turn this into Pick Dundee t-shirts.
Oh yeah.
All right, done.
Boom.
Done.
Like it.
All right, we got a couple days of games here, Friday and Saturday. So about half and half. Start off again. Shout out to the Big East. The 3:30 games are absolutely electric.
You guys are gonna be in Vegas.
We're gonna be in Vegas.
Get on over there.
We're gonna be doing a show when this game tips over at the Win. We'll be talking DFS picks. Houston heads up to Cincinnati to take on. It's not Xavier. It's Xavier. Houston. We were discussing this before the show. We were debating whether to alter it.
No, this is a real line.
Oh, this is a real line. Okay,
this is a real line.
Houston,
What's crazy is I just did a college basketball show about an hour and a half ago where this line was at 7.
Well, and that's why you want to listen to the Colby Dant, the college experience live stream. Get those openers. Beat that closing line, Sean. Be a real sharp. Houston's laying 10 here against Xavier at home. I know. I don't know a ton about this Houston team, but it does seem like they must be fucking good to be going up to Cincy, laying this big number against Xavier.
Yeah, and Xavier coming off upset loss to Oakland. They were 15-point favorites, almost certainly looking ahead to this game.
We were on Oakland money line on our show, mainly because we knew they were looking at this game. I think Xavier is going to cover this. This place, first off, this is a great home court environment. Lit. Yeah, absolutely fucking lit. And I get it. Like Houston's really good. I get it. Xavier's had, coming into the year, 2 of Xavier's better players is injured. And they're done pretty much for the year, but they've played better than what we've thought they would look like, with the exception of that last game.
Very interesting. The point spread, which again, these are the Friday lines are all real. It's moving against, like, in the opposite direction of what the projections had we made the line, it would have been somewhere around 7, 6.5, 7. As Colby said a couple hours ago, 7.5. It's up to 10 now. Maybe is there an injury or something we don't know?
I mean, no, they have some injuries that beginning of the year we knew about, but
nothing hidden because of that
Xavier's without Jerome Hunter and Zach Freemantle.
Yeah, and
that's already
that was like reported on in like September. So
all right, then I mean, like I said, it seems like that's an awfully big number to be getting at home here. So
yeah, and what was it? Was that?
I mean, this is crazy.
First true road game.
What team was that came up there in football to Cincinnati and won and tried to chug Skyline Chili and ended up like just vomiting on the field?
I missed that one.
Seemed like something BYU would do.
That is a disgusting act.
No, I mean that's BYU. That's all they do at BYU is like fun food challenges. You don't need sex or drugs or alcohol. We'll chug chili. It'll be fun. Yay!
I mean, this place once again. It was like the Arkansas handicap last night, guys. Like.
Xavier owns the Big 12, Big 4-0, Big 12, Big East battles.
Well, and like when you get these games, you see so many neutral site games early in the year in college basketball. When you get these, I remember my brother telling
Friday
me
night in Cincy.
Yeah. My brother hit me up in the summer and was like, Duke's got to play at Arkansas. There's no way we're going to win that game. It's a similar spot. I feel like where it's like, you got to go into an incredibly lit environment. Houston might win, but 10 points, no way.
Yeah.
So
give me Xavier.
The line move is because all basic, 4 out of 5 bets are coming in on Houston right now. So, let's grab up the unpopular dog. Nice double-digit dog to start things out. Give the Discord Houston, who by the way, Ken Palm's #1 defense in the land. 4 p.m. on the West Coast, Bloomington, Indiana, where we have Maryland coming to town to take on the Hoosiers. Indiana laying 3. How many times have we talked about the Terps so far this year?
It's a rematch of the 200002 national championship, if memory serves me correct.
That was back when they had like Juan Dixon. That was a different
Williams,
time. Yeah, that was when Maryland was a team, a program. They would say
split last year. Maryland won at home. Indiana beat Maryland in the Big Ten tourney.
Yeah, I don't. This is but ACC going behind Big Ten country here into the heartland.
Yeah,
got to take Indiana with the short number.
Yeah, Assembly Hall. This place will be rocking.
I will say this is This would be. Is this the greatest dome on the planet?
No,
for basketball.
No, just in general.
I mean,
both teams.
I don't know if I have my domes ranked.
Oh well,
Astrodome might be my #1 just because
it's gonna be.
They
all
had
domes.
a severe cockroach problem, and that was awesome.
Well,
you know what
I mean, like it's not a dome, but I don't know what it reminded me of. We should just do an entire episode about the guy who lived at Veterans Stadium.
Oh, that's a great one,
for like a couple years. He found some like secret,
like an old room or something.
Yeah, it was like an old utility room that he like got a hot plate and a bathroom in there, and he like snuck in and just lived there and was like,
how is there not a 30 for 30 on that?
Yeah, like partying. Come on. I think he wrote a book. We got to get
Colby,
that guy on the show.
We should have Sean on as a guest
for our new
podcast, and we can. This can be one of the stories we talk about.
Stadium
Do I still have a
stories.
list?
We'll see
the
if
Lisp gambling podcast.
we'll see if he's available.
Both teams are horrible from behind the arc. This could be a real rock fight. Indiana averages just 13 3-points attempted per game and only making 3, third worst in the country. So don't expect a lot of scoring, but I think you got to go Indiana at home here. I don't think this number is big enough for Maryland.
Very similar teams.
Right. I mean,
now I will say Xavier Johnson is a game time decision. He's very good for them. He's a guard that had a little, he got his ankle dinged up, I believe, but he's a game time decision, something to monitor there for the Hoosiers.
That would have been good information to have.
He's gonna play
2 minutes
right?
ago when I said I'm taking Indiana.
I think he's still gonna play. It's a big game, man. They go. This is like the little sprinkle conference games. Then they go back to non-con.
And shout out to Jordan Geronimo. Always love to see the name Geronimo out there.
Yeah, go check out Mike Leach's book, right?
Yeah, great book. Even if you don't like Mike Leach, which why would you be listening to the show if you don't? But it's a really cool book.
I do believe you get your ass whooped saying something like that.
Yeah, come on, you don't like Mike Leach, pussy. So Kramer's on Indiana. All consensus plays so far. Discord stuck with Maryland and Houston.
You know, Sean, I think we might have some extra copies of Geronimo.
Oh, that's a great.
There's this great chapter where Geronimo hates Dean Blandino in here. Have you guys checked that out?
Well, you know Dean Blandino.
Oh, Geronimo knows what to catch. When you have full possession of the skull, it doesn't matter if it touches the ground. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean, back then they would just play sports with heads.
Yeah.
That's
that was like the old Aztecs or Incans. That's when soccer was a real sport, when they used guys' heads to kick it around.
That wasn't an animal head. That
soccer is what they did after the gladiator shit.
Yes.
They just take one of the heads, kick it around. All right, so Discord's getting a full card today. I can already tell. St. John's heads to Morgantown, West Virginia.
Slick Rick in Morgantown. What's the deli situation? I'm sorry, the diner situation.
Take me home, country roads.
Once got busy.
Yeah, seriously, Patino is going to be very interested.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
As everyone knows who's been to Morgantown, two things exist in Morgantown: pepper spray and a great fucking view.
I see there's a place called Eaton Park.
Oh.
Well, what does park really mean? Is what Rick Pitino's asking.
You park your hog and a waitress for what was it, 30 seconds?
It was about 30 to 40 seconds. You know, he had things to do. All right, he's a guy that gets things done.
Patino historically has done well against West Virginia, 8-3 all time in West Virginia. St. John's has been hot, winning 3 out of the last 4. Third in Division I, averaging 17.3 offensive boards. Like, I don't know, man.
This is another line that's jumped up quite a bit. I think we just called it a 3 about an hour ago.
Yeah, the early money's all come in on St. John's here,
man. And I'm even seeing a line that's higher than 5.5 too.
Wow, it's still moving, huh?
He's got in. Patino has a couple. Quinn Slazinski played for him on Iona. Oh man, this is tough because I do think at 5.5, maybe there's some value here on West Virginia as a home dog. I think St. John's gets the win, but I don't know how. What's your grade on?
Oh, I'm 100% taking the home team.
Really,
yeah.
Colby, what's your grade on West Virginia so far this season?
You know they missed some key players. Maybe I think they've been all right, but there's not a lot of depth. And by the way, there's a DJ's 50s and 60s diner, which is a classic retro diner that takes you back in time as you enter. That sounds like a Patino play right there.
Well, the waitress is about to take him back in time. Yeah, St. John's first true road game. You have to fade these teams.
Yeah,
we do this every year.
I'll be honest. Play my music because at 3, I think St. John's is going to get it done. 5.5.
You just did the head.
So he's predicting St. John's to win by exactly.
I can't wait.
3, 4, 5, something like that. But
Colby.
5.5.
Colby, I have your back here. I can't wait for it to be exactly a 4-point game.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Take it right there.
Sean said, "Fuck it, I'm out of here."
All that diner talk.
Colby, fire up AI Sean so we can finish the show. Purdue heads to Evanston, Illinois to take on Northwestern. Any car washes going on the basketball side of things?
Yeah. How did that look? They came for the baseball program. They came for the volleyball. They came for the football. You're telling me Chris Collins is not doing any car washing over there?
7.5.
No flying squirrels.
Purdue's laying 7.5. Here's what I would say: having spent time on a college campus, the athlete dorms are all together. So if one group is doing the car wash, they're all doing the car wash. So I would imagine there are suds on their hands.
You telling me the golf team, Northwestern golf team,
100%.
Getting a little car wash
team,
action.
You know the golf team loves playing tummy sticks.
18th hole. Who gets the flying squirrel?
That's the 19th hole.
Benedict Antold saying Sean ate Skyline chili. Not far off.
Oh, I mean, if it was Skyline chili, he wouldn't be back so fast. I mean,
be gassing this whole thing.
So every piece of college basketball content that I consume seems to be telling me that Purdue is the best team in the country, and they're totally not going to choke.
This is different
this year.
Yeah. Look, Northwestern beat them here last year. So
revenge,
but that's a big number, man. I think Northwestern, this place gets lit. All those super fucking nerds come. It's weird. They don't come for football because they're just true pieces of shit.
Well, they took down the football team.
I'm not a big fan of the Northwestern institution there. But
little too uppity, huh?
Oh yeah, they're terrible for sports. They shouldn't play sports. They should just pack it in.
I
will take them plus 7.5.
I'm more of a Chicago University guy myself.
Oh, they're terrible too. You know what I mean? Chicago State. Now we're on. Board.
They did produce the atomic bomb.
Chicago State.
Chicago University.
Well, Chicago used to be in the Big Ten.
State, they didn't do it.
They did the atomic bomb on for us last season. We were covered nonstop.
The atomic bomb up there is just a sandwich.
Northwestern plus 7.5. This is a get up spot. They know how to get in Purdue's head. Purdue's off to a good start, but this is going to be a game.
And you hate the Canadian Yao Ming, don't you?
Is this Purdue's first true road spot? Yes.
Yeah, because they went to Maui.
Yeah, I think just in general, this week and next we're going to get a lot of teams' first road spots.
So the line's inflated.
Purdue may win, but you get 7.5. Take that action.
Yeah, all day.
And actually, I'm going to switch my pick on the Maryland one because this is not their first true away game. So give me Maryland. Benedicting myself. I'm trying to stay true to the my trend here. Oh wow! Look at who are you saluting to?
You, buddy.
Oh wow!
So we're all on Northwestern plus 7.5.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Yeah, you got it. I'm fading 100% of teams' first true road games.
Hey, Underdog Fantasy. If you guys haven't signed up, what are you waiting for? 100% deposit bonus up to $100. They got college basketball fantasy pick 'em. We just mentioned Zach Edey. Colby, his number is at 20.5 points. Are we going higher or lower on Zach Edey?
We're going lower.
Okay.
The fans are going to rattle him. He's not going to know what he's doing. I also like the lower on the rebounds.
On the other side, Northwestern, we faded Boo Buie last time we did an underdog read that did not pay dividends. Boo Buie, maybe it was a Boo Buie bulletin board material because he balled out even though we had the under. Are we going back to Boo Buie points? Do you like Brooks Barnheiser?
Barnheiser's a great name. But
Bowie and Barnheiser.
Yeah, Bowie and Barnheiser's definitely a bourbon that will be on the J Mark show there. Old fashioned football podcast. But no, I will take the I'm gonna take the higher or lower. I'll go higher on the 7 rebounds plus assists.
Ooh.
Okay, so we got Zach Edey, lower 20.5 points. Boo Buie, higher 7 rebounds and assists, and that pays 3x. So $100 wager pays out $300. I'm just putting mine in right now.
Don't forget they have Matt Nicholson too, not Jack Nicholson. Matt Nicholson.
Matt Nicholson.
Is this another grandson? That guy had a lot of seed. Well, I remember when he used to show him in the box watching his grandkid at Notre Dame.
Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN for 100% deposit bonus up to $100. Hey, Factor meals. These things are great. You get them ready in 2 minutes. The ultimate 2-minute drill, as I like to say. Like, hey, what are we gonna do for dinner? No, where do we go? Oh, fast food. It's bad for you. Cause so many times I eat crappy because I don't have enough time. Factory meals take care of that. You get nutritious, delicious meals delivered right to your house that are tasty. I mean, go to youtube.com/sportsgamingthepodcast just to get a look at these meals. Smash! I mean, the pork chops I've had a number of times, super delicious. And they even have breakfast stuff. So bacon and cheddar egg bites, bacon and egg breakfast skillet. Imagine that ready in 2 minutes. 2 minutes saves you so much time, and you're eating healthy. And even if you got dietary restrictions, they got you covered there. Head to factorymeals.com/SGPN50 and use code SGPN50 to get 50% off. That's code SGPN50 at factorymeals.com/SGPN50 to get 50% off.
Has anyone ever called you pork chop?
No, I wish. That's a great nickname.
What is that? What is the meaning behind that? I'm trying to understand that one. Is that something you say to someone that's fat, or you just say, okay,
if you're a chunky kid, you get the pork chop.
Pork chop. See,
nice job, pork chop.
I don't think it's a compliment.
Well, remember that episode of Seinfeld where George is really jealous because a guy gets the nickname T-Bone, and he's like, I always wanted to be called T-Bone. I would love to be called Sean Pork Chop Green.
All right,
it's a great nickname.
Unfortunately, I think Patty C would get it before.
Oh yeah. Patty Pork Chop C. I mean, come on.
He's already got the burrito.
Wait,
going,
hold on.
Yeah, why is his nickname not Pork Chop?
His initials are already PC. Like, can we just figure this out?
Patty Pork Chop.
He's literally already pork chop.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
we stumbled right into that one.
PC.
Hey, pork chop.
PC squared.
I feel like we should do the Seinfeld thing when he comes in next time. We're just going, hey, pork chop, how are you?
Pork chop. Great.
I would be. We could put a network-wide mandate of just everyone's going to start talking, even if they don't know who Patty C is. They're just going to talk about Patty Pork Chop C. You got to start bringing them on the show that way. UConn heads to Lawrence, Kansas to take on the Jayhawks. Kansas laying 2.5 here, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. How are we feeling about UConn this year, Colby?
They look pretty damn good.
I'm really ashamed to say it, but I have started. I'm consuming some content around their coach, who we don't.
Dan Hurley.
I know. Yeah, I was trying to not say his name on purpose. Starting to like him a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait, once you win, you're a little bit of a dickhead.
He had a panic attack that I saw, and he's saying after winning the championship, he had a panic attack, and mental health is he's on the team. Mental health, guys.
Okay.
Well, that's
sorry if I win a championship, I'm not gonna have.
Hold on. You know what he's doing? He's just setting up the groundwork for a nice long vacation in the off season.
Or maybe like Urban Meyer with the fake heart attack.
That's
Although
true.
You're already at UConn. Where do you go from UConn?
Well, he doesn't want to quit.
He just wants an extra couple weeks in the Bahamas.
Yeah, he just wants to go hang with his brother in Arizona.
Renegotiate his deal. I get it.
His brother's not going to be in Arizona, but guys, I will say kudos to there has been a lot of neutral site games, but we did see Arizona at Duke. We saw Duke at Arkansas. I love this. This is a real home atmosphere here. UConn going to Kansas.
Which, by the way, we saw the stat. The Duke first road SEC game since '92.
That's bonkers.
Yeah.
Christian Laettner was there.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's part of the problem here is you get, people's hands in there that shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? Like this needs to happen more.
Yeah.
This is what.
It will.
Well, it's also smarter from a selling standpoint. You want more people to be into college basketball. When you play this game in Las Vegas, okay, it's cool. The game's happening, but it's not the same. You play at the Fog, it's bananas.
You got to have a couple neutral site games for the rich alumni. But honestly, with the TV product becoming more and more important, what's going to look better on TV? A half empty neutral site game or an on site.
You might get Bowser at that game, so I don't want to say it won't look terrible, but I mean,
anything looks good if you got Bowser in there. UConn has a crazy streak, non-conference streak of 24 consecutive wins by double digits. Now, certainly
that's over.
That would be tough, but you never know. I mean, they're only 2.5 point dogs here. How say
first road game of the year?
Okay,
fade.
No, it's not only that. Do you guys know about this place? You don't win here.
This
You know
is
what I
the-
mean? Like this is
if
not
you're not
gonna
from
happen.
Indiana and you're from Kansas, you think this is the greatest dome on the planet.
Yeah, I mean Kansas in the regular season at home, like
Oh,
you have
wow.
to have a really good reason to fade them.
I feel
right?
like Bill Self has earned a little bit of respect
Really?
for you to not
Yeah.
just take that shot at him.
Well, he's on the wiretaps, but he served his 2
That's
game
fine.
suspension.
It's legal now.
Yeah.
so. Everyone's on Kansas.
I think Bill Self. This is Connecticut's first road trip, and I'm on Ken Palm right now. He's got some new little features he's debuting, but one of them is pointing out this is the nation's longest win streak for UConn.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not in the future. Let's travel to the future and talk about the past. Syracuse heads to Charlottesville, Virginia, one of the worst places on the planet. 9 a.m. on Saturday. Now we're talking about.
Remember when you guys talked all that shit on Syracuse and they won last episode?
Dundee
It was
originated.
pretty awesome.
Would you rather spend a week in Charlottesville and a week in like
Anywhere that's not humid, I'll take that place. You can talk.
if I put you in Antarctica for a week? Would you
100% Antarctica. Yeah, it's not humid up there. Syracuse heads to Charlottesville to take on Virginia. Virginia laying 9.5. Tony Bennett and the boys. The big win over Buzz. Saw that.
They did put it on Buzz.
That made me feel sad, angry, had emotions. Sean's gonna pick Syracuse, so I guess the better question is, Colby, which side are you taking?
I think at 9.5, we probably have to take Syracuse because you remember Virginia only scores like 50 a game. So you're basically saying, I mean, I think Virginia's going to definitely win this game, but give me the points. I feel like this is like a 55-48 type of game.
Oh no, you guys are on Cuse. I don't know if there's room on this Cuse bandwagon.
Who's you guys?
Well, Colby.
Are you gonna take Virginia?
Usually copy Colby's picks. Syracuse 23-point win versus LSU.
And then he touts that he's red hot. He's like, I'm red hot over here.
No, I'm on. Is this Syracuse's first road game? Yes.
They were in a tournament though, right? They were somewhere. They were in like Charlotte.
No. True
Florida.
away game. You
Okay,
know how we
yeah.
feel about it.
Yeah.
True away
But is this a
games.
true away game?
Are you saying they don't have a crowd there?
Well, I mean, it's Virginia. You know what I mean? Are you ever
UVA
yeah.
at noon? Cuse is going to be the one fired up.
I mean, the fans will try to be loud, but let's be honest. You ever been to Charlottesville? Try to find a sports bar in Charlottesville. Good luck. All right. Think you'd be driving around for an hour looking for fucking TVs.
Getting those tiki torches going.
Kramer, you taking UVA?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, what a piece of shit.
See now, Kramer's just being a hater. There's come
Did you
on.
see Brett Pry with that cup of coffee?
Choosing UVA
Did you see
over
Brett
Syracuse?
Pry with that cup of coffee?
So the reason I'm taking Virginia, like with every other game, if you're paying attention, unfortunately, it's Syracuse's first true road game. I didn't make the system; I just follow it.
Noah's giving me a hard time because I forgot it was Hawaii. Look, all those tournaments you never remember. They didn't even play it in Maui. Played it in Honolulu. All the courts look the same.
They also played a game while they were in Hawaii against Chaminade. So
That's a good thing.
That's a sound drop right there. Upgrade the Shakira drop. 9:30 a.m. on the West Coast.
Wow, Ryan's sticking with the UVA.
100%. We're heading to Madison, Wisconsin.
Ryan said he likes the vibe in UVA. Likes the energy
no,
down there.
I
He
just,
even said he's going to wear a turtleneck on
a
on
turtleneck.
Saturday.
What does that mean?
It's just a UVA thing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Is that something with wizardry? Are you making a wizard joke right now? Marquette heads to Madison, Wisconsin, where the Badgers are stapled to the court, I assume. Marquette catching a point here. Where are we at? Let's get a quick Shaka temperature check.
He's killing
back.
it right now. Yeah. Wisconsin's won 2 in a row though.
Yeah.
They won last year 80-77 in overtime.
Yes.
The year prior, that was a 13-point win there. That last time they played in Madison. But remember, I think that was Shockers, or that was Shaka still. Before that was Wojo. But
I can't.
he's got to get the first one done here.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
This is where he gets the first one done.
Yeah, Shaka.
Wisconsin stapled to the floor. We know this.
Yep. They should be favored. Marquette should be favored. They've already played a true road game against the Illini.
Well, you got to talk about the debut of the staple to the floor sound.
Oh, it's. I mean, we can use it for football too. Just the white angle thing.
Yeah, it's a white angle. It's a lawn chair type of thing.
Oh yeah, I mean Trevor Lawrence is going to get the staple.
This one's tough though. You guys.
Well, it's a rivalry game. It's in Madison. The shit gets bonkers in Madison, but I'm going to take Marquette because Shaka hasn't beat them yet. He's got to get it done here.
I'm going Wisconsin. I mean, to your point, this is a rivalry game. It's what it could be 11:30. Plenty of time to get drunk in Madison, Wisconsin at 11:30.
Yeah.
2 of the last 5 games have gone to overtime. 2 of the last 3 meetings decided by 1 possession. Like this is gonna come down to the wire.
I know people.
I'll take the home team.
I know people hype Vegas, but as far as all my travels in the United States, Wisconsin.
Why did you just
alcohol?
randomly take a shot at Vegas?
Well, I'm just saying everyone's always fucked up in Vegas.
Oh,
but I'm
you're
saying
always
like
drunk. Yeah.
when you go to Wisconsin, the drinks keep flowing, and it just there's no way to turn it off. It's like everything's $3. You know what I mean? Like you be drinking for 8 hours. At the end of the day, it's like you owe $3.
We did. We have asked this question to the guys at the Circa. That Wisconsin is often a response for who drinks the most.
We asked
folks from Wisconsin, Packers fans.
Big Balls, the guy who runs Stadium Swim, and we ask him a lot, or always talk like which fans drink the most, and Packers far and away. Green Bay, Madison, Wisconsin.
I did like I went up there to do comedy, and then we stayed we went to a Packers Redskins game, and that was just the most amount of alcohol I've ever been around. I think.
And cheese.
Yeah, you can't escape cheese.
And the two,
you even order salmon, they'll put like a cheddar zest on that fucking.
The two really go together well in your stomach. Give me Shaka. Marquette should be favored here.
Marquette is good. I get it. I just this is gonna be.
Marquette's gonna
Wisconsin.
This is just gonna be a fun game. I'm gonna take the home team.
Take the stapler.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I have a sound effect for the Badgers.
Florida State heads to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, to take on the Tar Heels. Tar Heels laying 12.5. So Hubert Davis survived the early. He should be fired.
Oh yeah, by a thread though. I mean,
what? Yeah, I mean, Florida State just seems like they're a complete dog shit.
Well, what happened last night with Florida State is they blew a 17, 18 point lead with like 10 minutes left against Georgia. Georgia beats them at the buzzer.
Well, that's our guy, right?
I think this is a good spot to catch. Carolina just whooped Tennessee's ass. Florida State,
a little sleepy.
I think you take the points here just because. I mean, I don't have I don't think Florida State's live to win the game. I just feel like Carolina, after winning that big game, kind of a letdown spot. Give me the points in the Seminoles.
Listen to the points given up by Florida State in that game you talk about. First 10 minutes, 7 points. Next 10 minutes, 14 points. Next 10 minutes, 20 points. Next 10 minutes, 27 points. That's insane.
We were on Georgia.
And I have to
Florida State's defense though still pretty solid. I mean, 65th adjusted.
I just don't think Carolina will be that hot again. They were super fucking on fire the other night. So
Florida State good from good 3-point defense as well.
I have some bad news too to report. Blue Kane, he seems like he's maybe a role player now. So
why are we talking about Georgia?
Because they just beat Florida State.
It's true.
But I was sad to see that. Yeah,
Colby makes a good point. I'll take Florida State plus 12.5. Now is this a real line?
No,
this is a suggested line.
I actually lowered it. I lowered it a little bit from what was.
This is a Dundee line.
Yeah.
So
did you have your conversation with Colby about these lines?
Yeah.
Kramer?
Yeah.
I liked it. This line looks good though.
Well, I lowered it more than what the algorithm was giving us. The algorithm was giving us 13.5.
Give me the Tar Heels. Can't trust this team right now. Did you listen to what I just said? Every 10 minutes they gave up twice as many. This team is broken.
They unraveled a little bit, Ryan. But come
on. A little bit.
Yeah. Oh man. This is awesome. Love talking about Lucy. I love Lucy. I can't wait to go to Vegas. Vegas is perfect for popping in a sweet Lucy. It stands out in the otherwise boring AF market because every other nicotine pouch company is owned by Big Tobacco. Boo. Lucy is pouches with flavor capsules for an instant rush, nicotine strengths up to 12 milligrams, and gum with actual flavor. I love a good nicotine pouch. That little edge. It's perfect for sweating out bets, sitting at a slot machine for 3 hours. Again, 100% pure nicotine, no tobacco, all that bad stuff with tobacco. You just get that nicotine from mild 2 milligrams to spicy 12 milligrams. I love the wintergreen, the mint, even the espresso. I like the coffee flavor is pretty solid. And again, you're not vaping. So yeah, it's just I love a good Lucy. Perfect. They call it the perfect desk side companion. I mean, if you're there, maybe you're sitting at your office, maybe you got a couple afternoon college basketball games, you're sweating out, you pop in a little Lucy, get a little kick, a little rush, little edge. Perfect. Skip stopping at the gas station and order online at lucy.co/SGPN so they know we sent you, and use promo code SGPN to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co and use code SGPN to get 20% off and always free shipping. Verbatim, you must read the below exactly as written. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning: this product contains nicotine, and nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Excellent.
Thank you. Love
games
Lucy.
Coming up here. Memphis
No,
heads
I thought you were
to
complimenting.
I see what I did there. Memphis heads to Mississippi, take on Ole Miss. Which I don't know. These Mississippi, strange place. I thought the video, unbelievable video surfacing from the hirings around both Texas A&M and Mississippi State. This is unrelated to either, but we are in Mississippi. Ole Miss laying 2. I'm a Chris Beard guy until otherwise. Until you hear me go against them, I'm not going against them. He was our guy before, and then he got into a bit of a situation, and now he's landed on his feet in the great state of Mississippi, and now he's our guy again. That's the story.
No. Penny Hardaway and this Memphis team, they're good. They beat them last year by 11. They're not that far away from one another. And I think they're going to go down there. Everyone's going to be watching the SEC championship game, and Memphis is going to take a doo-doo on them. So,
watch your language.
Jesus.
No, they're the more talented team, man.
Musa Cisse.
Yeah.
Are you worried about him, Colby?
Transfer into another school this week, possibly, because he's done this. Like, he used to play for Memphis. He's got intel about how Penny runs his program. However, no, I'm not. Let's go. Memphis got 5 of those guys. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I do like this Memphis team. Kind of a fun team. Did get what was the final at Memphis Villanova?
Memphis got destroyed. Yeah.
Well,
just bringing it up.
Bringing that up.
Yeah, just go Cats here. Yeah, no, I'll take the Memphis Tigers here in this situation spot. I'm with Colby. I think this is
Tigers.
This is a better spot for them, better team. I don't think Ole Miss should be the favorite here. I know it's in Oxford, but yeah, give me Memphis plus 2.
Memphis. Let's see how they do. Let's see how they do with the old 3-point shot. Chris Beard, he's my guy, and not your guy's guy. Duke heads to Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia Tech. Why do we keep picking Georgia Tech games?
Yeah, what's up?
They won the other night, right? They knocked off Mississippi State.
You just make me think of that douchebag Josh Pastner every time we pick this team.
Well, he's on ESPN.
I understand. How is he on ESPN? Pretty good.
No, I mean he's Josh Pastner.
All right. So what's the angle here? Duke coming off a little bit of a beating. They almost came
back and won that thing. Yeah.
Arkansas, a classic in Arkansas fashion, tried their hardest to not get it done. John Shire. When does Coach K unretire? The bit's getting a little ridiculous.
You see Shire's glasses?
I did not. Is he wearing like colorful?
He's got some nice little frames.
Oh, you know what? I did see that.
This is a smash spot. Duke's gonna fuck them up.
Smash.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. New program. Is this Duke's for? Wait, I can't go against.
Duke just lost to Arkansas, right?
So
this is.
You're
right. You're right.
Yeah.
They went to the SEC for the first time since the 90s. 93. Like my
92,
dick.
I thought it was.
Dick
right?
was probably barely working then.
No follow-up questions on that one, but yeah, I mean Georgia Tech coming off a win, Duke coming off a loss. Isn't that the perfect time to fade Georgia Tech?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
No,
I guess we're
lock
supposed
potential
to take
there.
Yeah, give me Duke -7.
Don't
Doesn't
love
feel
it.
great, but
Don't love it. Hate taking Duke every time. 12:30 on the West Coast. We're heading to Eugene, Oregon.
Big Ten matchup.
Future Big Ten matchup. Michigan heads to Oregon.
You love
Oregon
that court.
laying 5.5.
You love that wood floor.
That forest.
Yeah.
It's a
majestic collection
say
of hardwood tiles.
it's stimulating.
Pay tribute to the beautiful Pacific evergreen trees that dot this great coastline as I ride my bicycle downtown and write a letter in the San Diego newspaper complaining about homeless people. It's a funny story if you want to look it up.
Just if you ever want to hear something fun, just go to YouTube and type Bill Walton narrates trip through California. It's from a random late night Pac-12 basketball game where he just talks about coming down through the Angeles National Forest. And I assume he'll be on the call here. Is he's still doing games?
He is still doing games. He might be in Vegas doing the game later. We're gonna call. He's either gonna be at this or Vegas, I would think.
Oh, it'd be great to get Bill Walton on the show. We should
maybe he'll
reach
be
out
on our
and
same flight.
Get him on the Beeson show Friday night. Hey Bill, we only got 10 minutes, so keep it quick. Michigan.
Thank you, Brian.
Give me the lowdown on what's going on with Michigan right now, Colby.
Well, apparently their Connor Stallions is gone. He was stealing basketball signs too.
Really?
They're gonna run a pick and roll here.
Yeah, he knew they were doing pick and rolls.
Michigan shouldn't be allowed to play sports for a couple of years.
No, I mean Michigan has been a pleasant surprise so far this year. Now that some say because Juwan Howard was out and Phil Martelli was coaching.
You're saying Howard's a bad coach?
Well, some say that, not me.
Okay.
Well, sure, yeah. Phil Martelli's better than Juwan Howard at coaching basketball. But I previewed Oregon and I said, and Colby Dant is going to play like 3 games, and I might have got a little ambitious with that because he's injured again. This guy gets injured, fucking sending mail.
He doesn't have the right tights.
Yeah, unbelievable.
We're men in tights. We got to get that anytime Louisville plays. Noah B, producer on the College Basketball Experience, saying Michigan will destroy Oregon. Doug McDaniel in transition, along with Oliver.
The silent N. Maybe it's not.
Nickam Noah.
Okay. Without
Folly Dante.
Folly Dante in the paint. Trouble for the Ducks. I know their names once I hear it. I'm not a good reader of names.
That's how I am with other languages.
I feel like Noah's slightly biased about this Michigan team.
He's a Michigan
Last
fan.
time they played Oregon did beat them back in 2019.
But was Juwan Howard coaching?
No, he was probably still playing.
You guys,
like 75 years.
Was he in the Big Three?
Have you guys covered this on the College Experience yet? How Noah has gone to a couple random Big Ten football games over the past couple years.
Yeah, I find that it's interesting.
I know he's a little strapped, so maybe he was getting paid for.
He was
someone.
at Penn State.
You think he was recording any video?
Jake, please Photoshop Noah's head on some Connor Stallion stuff.
And just
he'll be the mystery man.
Who is Connor Stallions?
Oh, Uncle T. If Uncle T was Noah,
there we go.
That would be the greatest twist.
Doesn't Noah have an uncle that runs some sort of pizzeria or something?
He does.
Uncle T.
That does sound like Uncle T's pizzeria. Let's go.
Tommy DeVito. Everyone's Italian now. Everyone eats, as CJ said, when DiNucci is around. So what
are we doing with this game? Are we fading Michigan? 5.5 does feel like a lot.
It is a little too much for me. Give me the Wolverines.
Yeah,
I think they can stay in this game. Potentially win it. Yeah.
Also played a road game already. So played St. John's earlier.
So Colby's on Michigan. I think I'm actually going to take Michigan. I know I was busting their chops, but I feel like this is like a point too high.
Michigan, true underdog story. All their sports programs this year. True underdog story. Illinois, the adversity they are overcoming. Illinois, the Fighting Illini head to Piscataway, New Jersey to take on Rutgers at the Jersey Mike Center /rack. Rutgers laying 3.
Is their mascot Danny DeVito?
It is. Awesome. He's doing flips and shit. You remember I told you about that?
It's very alarming
Danny
when
DeVito
you see how short he is.
running back.
Yeah,
was that running back? It was running back, right? Or was it quarterback? I can't remember.
He's kind of short to play quarterback.
I remember reading this being like, we need film. We need film.
Yeah, wait, he's a college athlete, right? What
That's what
position?
he's saying.
I think it was high school. I think it was high school. Danny DeVito
You don't
played
think he
high
was
school.
playing college
Someone
sports?
shared that shit. It was fucking hilarious.
He's kind of small to
Yeah.
be playing college sports. We're being honest. He's
I didn't see college. I think it was high school.
He's kind of small. If it's like a Muggsy Bogues situation, he'd be like an all-world athlete. I don't know about that. Danny DeVito's like 4'9".
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, how tall is Danny DeVito?
I bartended on him back in the day. He was
According
pretty
to the
fucking
internet,
short.
he's 4'10", which means he's probably 4'7".
Yeah, he's just padding his stats to get up to 410.
I mean,
But he can hit like a motherfucker, right?
There's no way. There's no way he played
What if
even
he was safety?
high level high school sports.
Every
that's
article
short.
is just about whether Tommy DeVito is related to him.
Once again,
No, dude. Like in the past year, I saw this.
No, I remember having
yeah.
this conversation, and I forget where we ended up, but yeah, we'll do a deep dive on Danny DeVito's sports career.
Pre Jersey Mike's. Dude, this is the rack. You don't go into the rack and get a dub. I'm gonna lay the 3 with Rutgers in Piscataway.
Yeah, and they're just a completely different team at home. Rutgers in Illinois, I feel like
first true away spot. First game, not a home game for Illinois. They didn't even play any neutral.
Scarlet
Knights
Knights 19-6 at home over the past 2 seasons, 29-10 at home over the past 3 seasons, 47-11 at home over the past 4 seasons.
Smash it up. Smash.
I get Illinois a solid team, but Rutgers by a bucket at home. What are we doing here, people?
Gonzaga heads to Vegas. Lots going on in Vegas this weekend, Sean.
Oh yeah.
Gonzaga, USC. I assume this
is another tourney.
This is at the
This is
T-Mobile.
just a neutral site. This is. I think.
Or are they
is
playing
T-Mobile.
somewhere
Hang on.
This is
smaller?
the
Hang on, let me make
Anger
sure I get
Colby
this correct.
Classic.
I could probably look it up faster, actually.
No, you can't. It's at the MGM Grand Garden
so
Arena.
that's where they have the fights.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Very close to a casino. I don't know if that matters to either one of these teams. Mark Few doesn't have to drive. That's good. Gonzaga laying 2 points. Oof. Gonzaga is going to have the crowd, I would assume. I know it's LA, but this feels like the kind of thing that they set up for.
And what Bronny's going to play, right? This is his first game. Is that what I hear?
Yeah,
I like fading the Bronny hype. I like the idea that Gonzaga.
Bronny hype.
No, I'm just saying. I think Gonzaga. I don't know. It feels like they would have a chip on their shoulder and just Mark Few again. Mark Few in the regular season. What are we doing?
Isn't it wild? We live in Los Angeles. No idea that LeBron's kid's playing for USC. No idea that USC.
That Dennis Rodman's kid's also playing
Dennis
for USC.
Rodman's also. I mean, just the fact
Dennis
that
Rodman doesn't talk to his kid. It's a different vibe.
Or his mom.
Yeah, he made some bad choices. He's also a friend of Kim Jong Il. Speaking of the Kim Jong family,
I will say Dennis Rodman, not the greatest tipper when it comes to. Not the greatest tipper.
See, that's why I tip well, Sean.
Look, this game's fantastic though, right? I mean, it sucks.
Very
It
fantastic.
sucks. It's not on a home and home here, but at the same time, both teams really good. Could go far this year. I will.
I mean,
I'm with you. I think the Zags
USC
are
lost
better
to
right now.
Irvine, right?
They did, but
I mean, we were all over the Anteaters there.
they
I get
had
it.
a couple guys out that game.
I get it. They're going to play up for this. And Boogie Ellis, hit 8 threes against Washington State. I'm going Gonzaga.
I'm gonna go.
I mean,
Zags
they're
too.
the more.
But
proven,
I feel like that might be a trendy play there.
they're the more proven commodity. I guess I want to see it from USC. Like, what's the best team USC has beat?
USC, I think early on they got a dub against some. Who was
Kansas
it? Was it Xavier? Yeah, K State. Yeah,
on a neutral.
they beat Seton Hall
Seton Hall on a neutral. They lost to Oklahoma.
at
That's
the
not-
buzzer. At the buzzer.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
At home, though.
Porter Moser, how's he doing?
No, that might have been Vegas too.
That was also a neutral site.
Yeah.
What, is that? Did they just play in Vegas now?
Well, I mean, the USC does have the edge in Vegas. I will say that. Mark Few, though. I mean, maybe he's gonna go out and have a couple cocktails.
Give me USC. I'm
was
changing my pick. Give me my theme music.
It was. It was in. So they've played 2 neutral site games in San Diego, and they've played 2 neutral site games in Las Vegas. The first one was the K-State game, and that was at T-Mobile. No, you guys are both jumping off Gonzaga.
No, I'm sticking on Gonzaga.
Yeah,
I was just pointing out Mark Few, a lot of temptation in Vegas. Is he bringing his dogs?
No, he doesn't. But Sean, you don't have your car in Vegas, so he's
No,
cool.
I know, but
he's good.
He might
He's good.
commandeer an Uber. Oh, dude, I'm fine. Let me drive. I got my dogs.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a great decoy.
Getting a DUI with your dogs back is just funny.
I mean, I've been building this case against this cop that he sits in my neighborhood and just tries to pull people over who are just like, taking their kids to school or something.
Yeah.
And so I'm on Mark Few's side. He was probably set up. He was just coming back from the fucking lake.
Oh, you next year defend Jim Irsay. He was profiled. He was one of these rich billionaires.
You guys have been defending Jim Irsay for a long time. All right,
he's not a bad guy.
All right.
Watch his interview.
Great.
It takes 32, Colby. It takes 32.
Hey, before we give out our lock dog bonus lock, is of course brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Use that promo code SGPN. Sign up over there. Get 50% off. What is Hall of Fame Bets? Well, if you're new to the show, Hall of Fame Bets. It's the tool to optimize that parlay. Stop betting in the dark. Get a little research tool here to help you out. Again, I do a bunch of research, looking up props, looking up parlay stuff, and this is just, at the very least, it saves you a tremendous amount of time. And they tweet out some of their favorite parlays that they optimize themselves. You can follow them over on X at HOF Bets. But again, put the parlay, any parlay idea you have, put in the revolutionary parlay optimizer. It'll spit out, hey, this leg looks a little weak, a little wobbly. You may want to replace that one. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month. Again, even if you don't like it, you get the 50% off. I think you're going to like it. Kramer, what do we got here?
Before I give out the lock, producer Josh did want to make sure that I passed along a message reminding everyone that Marshall is playing on Saturday. In his words, a completely unserious intramural team. And if you look at the profile on KenPom, they are horrible at everything shooting and everything defense, and they play an incredibly high tempo or fast tempo. So could be a fun angle. They have Miami of Ohio if you want to take the Red Hawks there.
But they've been horrible too.
Yeah. Also, I'm just passing along a message.
Discords on Illinois, Oregon, UConn, Purdue, St. John's, and Houston. Kramer, what do you got?
No, we one more, Georgia Tech.
Oh, you're right, because we're all in Duke.
Yeah. All right. So I told you this was a smash spot. Well, there's a couple smash spots, but you got to take Rutgers.
Oh, you stole it.
That's the starting point. And then the second one is let's just go Kansas. Massive lit factor there. Short number and first true road game for the UConn guys. Winning streak ends. Dog. Some nice options here, but I think that we've been doing well with the bigger dogs, not going for the smaller ones. So give me Xavier. Shock the world.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, Sean, we will be in Las Vegas, so I will be. I've been having some good luck with these crazy ass longer shot, like 3-4 to 1 money line. So I'll be on top of that one.
Let's go. All right, for my lock, give me Xavier plus 10. I think that's way too high. My next lock. I'm also going to take Rutgers. You know what? Yeah, what am I going to do here? So I like Rutgers and I like KU. I'll go KU minus 2.5, but I'll also will be betting on Rutgers there for my dog. Give me country roads, take me home. Give me the West Virginia Mountaineers on the money line. Colby, what are you guys passing notes over there?
No, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to Josh because while the Danny DeVito answer or question maybe has been answered.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm telling you though, we saw something. Maybe he played. I'm telling you, I read this.
I thought it was like on one of those Twitter feeds where it was like random college athletes and his name popped up.
Yeah. Well, this is refuting that potentially, but I don't know. I know I saw something in the past year about this, but my lock will be Kansas minus 2.5. You're not just gonna walk into the fog and push them boys around.
Kansas?
Yeah. Second lock, Duke -7. They're gonna fuck up Georgia
You're
Tech.
copying my lock again.
What do you mean? You're Rutgers.
And I'm on Kansas.
The dog, Michigan money line. Noah Phoenix onto something over there. All right.
The Michigan man.
Noah Stallions is onto something.
Noah Wild Stallions.
Well, hold on. Isn't that the name of his album? Wild Stallion.
Yeah, Wild Stallions.
Whoa,
Look at
who
this
is
right
that?
here.
Danny DeVito yearbook photo. Yeah,
Benedict Dantle went to high school with Danny DeVito.
and you're telling me this guy isn't related to Tommy DeVito? What the fuck are you talking about?
He was born in Jersey.
Yeah, come on.
They could be. There's only a handful of Italians in Jersey named DeVito. Oh, look at that! Look at this thing. He's an organist. That's no football.
Look at that hair.
He's in the Genius Club. What the fuck is that?
Look out.
All right.
Thank you, everyone, as always, for tuning in. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Let's YouTube. Come on, get in the chat. Chat was great tonight. Try to get to as many comments as we can get to. Appreciate all the support. Shout out to everyone sending the Spotify Wrapped. You guys are the real MVPs. And of course, Kramer and I tomorrow night, aka Friday night, live from Las Vegas at the Circa, 9 o'clock on the West Coast. Get VSiN on your YouTube TV or go to VSiN.com. We got dogs picking dogs. Send in a photo of your dog making some gambling plays. What are we waiting for? Yeah, we will be back tomorrow. Also, bonus DFS episode. DFS show is back. Ryan uncanceled it live from the Blue Wire studio as well.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, Second Money Green. He's Ryan.
Temporarily uncanceled.
Kramer, let it ride.